Now, Heartland Sports with Todd Richards.
Hi again, everyone. It's time for another Monday edition of our Heartland Hoops Top 12 Plays of the Week. Without any further delay, let's roll them out.
The Top 12 Plays of the Week, sponsored by St. Francis Healthcare System.
Got some moves. East Prairie's Tavion Ware does, and they earn him a hard-fought 2 against Scott City at play number 12. Richland's Hayden Connor takes matters into his own hands with the steal and the layup against Advance at number 11. Sykeston teamwork prevails at number 10. Jacarian Raid and Quavian Allen for 2 and a win over talented St. Mary's Southside. Advance senior Caleb Henson shows off some fancy moves to go along with the stylish basket and a win over Richland at play number 9. It's Tavion Ware time again, this time with a no-look pass for East Prairie and a loss to the Rams at play number 8. And we finish off round 1 with a tremendous move by Woodland's Peyton Meek for the basket and a victory over Cape Central at play number 7. All right, coming up tonight at 10, we'll count them all down to number 1. Hey, we're also talking about some St. Louis Cardinals baseball, the Caravan, making its way to Cape Girardeau tonight. Here's a look at the players who are at the Osage Center. Catcher Jimmy Crooks, left fielder Nathan Church also there, along with pitcher Andre Granillo. Great opportunity to get to know these guys. Right fielder Joshua Baez, pitcher Richard Fitz. Also out there, by the way, the alumni member is Mark Sweeney and the MC Polo Eskenio. And again, you get to know the future stars out there. Also talk to some of the guys who have been around a little bit, and I'll have that reaction coming up tonight on Heartland Sports. We'll be talking some Cardinals baseball a little bit later on.